Hey, this is Joe Gatto, and you're listening to Shootin' Shit.
This is Eric Young, and you're watching Shootin' Shit.
You look at guys like, back in the day, I mean, it ain't like you got a lot of guys like Kirby Puckett.
Well, there's not a lot of Bambinos out there nowadays either, man.
Bro,
just a glorious gut.
6'7", 282 pounds.
Jesus. Oof. What about that guy that played for Oakland? I think he plays for, I can't remember who he's kind of a chubby, heavy set guy, but man, the kid can just
Bartolo Colon.
No, not Pitcher. That. No. I can't remember the kid's name, but he played for I think he played for the Brewers or the Oakland A's.
Fucker puts his whole gut behind everything.
Kind of a chubby guy. He isn't like
You're talking about Prince Field. You talking about Prince Fielder?
No, he's a white dude. No, I know who Prince Fielder.
White guy.
Prince also
this is
had
recent.
A
yeah, he's like playing right now.
Oh. Prince put that gut into every swing, baby.
Dude, Prince could hit though, man.
Yeah, he could. If Cecil didn't do one thing, he taught him how to swing that bat.
For sure.
Fucking bink. Gone.
He was one of those guys. Tony Gwynn was another one that you just fucking hated because you knew every time he come up, he was going to get a hit.
Yep.
Yeah. And they all have that weird swing, too. It's like an inside-out kind of thing.
Yeah. Dude, I'll tell you, it's I love baseball, man. It's the nation's pastime for a reason.
I loved it more about a month and a half ago than I'm loving it right the fuck now.
Take my hat off to the Brewers who swept my Rangers. If you believe the hype,
playing hot ball right now, man.
No, they're playing good ball.
Fuck you, Dennis, for being a Brewers fan.
They're playing good ball, and he's actually able to come out of the closet and tell everybody he's a Brewers fan. So, nothing wrong with that.
Happy Pride Month.
You okay, Sean? Gentlemen, we have quite a few things to hit on. We're probably going to take a lot more time on one specific business this week, just because they had a killer last week.
Don't say killer.
Ooh, yeah, let's not do that. Let's transition off that one. What we will do is give a brief little antecedent here that this week's episode of 5-Star Takes is going to have a special guest on the show. So,
are we doing promotion for the other fucking show now, dude? Are they promoting our shit?
Yeah, all the time, dude. So, just a quick mention for everybody. We are recording, Sean. Yeah. So,
they when did they get a budget they can afford guests? We can't even get fucking snacks over here.
Well,
it's all hand jobs, dude. It's all hand jobs.
Oh, okay. Well, dude, have you seen the mitts on Dennis?
I know.
They can throw 3 cocks at one time.
Yeah, it's just the whole show. It's just the whole show lined up, just full on ski poling it. Just.
Can I get a twisted tea?
Jesus Christ. Twisted teas. Let's yeah.
Fucking 5-star.
Don't forget this week's episode of 5-Star Takes.
With 100% more Hatua in every episode. Do y'all guys see that they came out and like her mother's a pastor or something? It was like, I wish she was spreading the word of God.
Jesus Christ, that girl ain't spit on a dick in her life. Look at her. Girls do that, have a certain look. Joe, back me up on this. You're from Philly.
Man, that's untrue, bro.
That's so true.
You can't, yeah. You can't.
That's untrue, bro.
It's untrue, man. There's no certain look, not anymore. I mean, back in your day,
Back in your day.
back in your day, old fucking, everything was pixelated and hairy bush everywhere.
Oh, dude, yeah. I was in the Putang Delta from like 1986 to like 93.
Yeah.
I didn't even know pussy came without hair on it until like
you arch fucking bushman, you. No, seriously, man, it's changed now. It's like, get to the chopper.
Get to the chopper.
Oh man,
It's changed nowadays.
It's different out here now.
The wolf over there is still going by. Oh, she's got tattoos. She's got those things in her ears. Oh, that one there is going to spit on it.
I'm telling you right now, dude. One thing I've learned about being single at 53 and where I'm at right now, the generosity of some women. It's truly amazing.
I mean,
at this point, you are generosity, buddy.
Yeah, you fucking charity case. You look at you.
Hey, by the way, I'll take it at this point, man. Jesus Christ, at least I'm smiling. Give me something.
You're someone's good deed for the day.
All I'm doing is eating steak every day, working out, having a good time. Life is kind of cool right now.
Collected motherfucker, you. Fucking resorting to selling candy bars for your fucking Little Leagues, New Jersey. That's what you're fucking doing right now. You are absolute charity. You are fucking Salvation Army Santa ringing that bell right now, and she's just dropping some coochie in that fucking. You're like ding 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 ding.
God bless her for it. That's all I can say.
For only $1 a day, you too can also help Sean.
Yeah.
I went to church last Sunday, so she's renewed my faith in God at least.
God, that must have been some good charity case. Jesus Christ.
For less than a cup of coffee a day. You can have this man spill his kids all over your chest. You fucking charity.
Fuck, dude. I'm not kidding, bro. It's getting bad. I'm not gonna lie. If you put a piece of coal in this hand, I can squeeze that shit into a diamond. I'm telling you right now.
I bet you can.
I could.
Bet you can.
Until the carpal tunnel gets you, then you're fucked.
Yeah.
Dude, that's the strong. Dude, that's like Iron Man's right arm right there. You don't even know.
I have a strong hand.
I mean, it pulsates with power.
To be all fun and games till you throw up Crips on you. You're not wanting to.
Yeah.
What's up, Sean?
Wrong fucking neighborhood, dog. You're like, no. You don't understand.
Especially as much red as I wear, that might get me in trouble.
Sean's over there. No, they're not like us. They not. Get them.
It's a wolf's hat. It's a wolf's hat.
Oh shit. I'm light skinned. Oh,
crazy as shit.
I know.
What else happened this week? What's going on this week? What happened?
Man, in the world of wrestling, which is normally what we talk about, a little bit of everything. You guys want to start with the highs, the lows, or the sads? How do you want to start tonight?
I don't give a fuck.
Me either.
All right, let's start off respectful.
There you go.
We're going to give our well wishes to the Anoa'i family for the loss of Sika, the father of Roman Reigns. Of course, he is the actual head of that family. Not to say that Roman's not, but he did pass away, man. So
he's the eldest brother. That was alive.
Yeah, rest in peace to the wild Samoan Sika.
Dude, when I heard that today, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, as a kid watching those guys in the WWE, would have been the WWF back then.
Yep.
I mean, just their athletic ability and their ability to tag. I mean, they really was a great tag team. And you can kind of understand why it's kind of flowed down to, their nephews, because every single one of those guys, even when Rikishi came in, I can't remember. He wasn't Rikishi then, but do you remember what he was called? Dennis Wood, but he's not here. So, but he was tagging with them. They were called the Samoan SWAT team, and with Paul E, and they were in WCW. So those guys worked, like they traveled. They went any major company. They were a part of it. They went overseas to Japan. They were way ahead of her time as far as athleticism and the ability to tell a story, I think. But so pigeonholed in that you guys are my savages.
Right.
This is your character, raw chicken and shit like that, plus and just the lineage of that family. I know we talk about, like the Von Erichs and that family and all that, but, we have really got to be careful comparing what a great legacy or a great family history, or even in professional wrestling. You look at Flair and Charlotte, you look at, Dusty Rhodes and his two boys, but the amount, or maybe on par, the Hart family might be the closest to the amount of talent. And that family basically breeds pro wrestlers. And I don't mean that in a negative way at all. I just mean like they have two kids that are coming up that are in their teens then you got, was it Sita? I can't remember how. Yeah, Zilla, that's it. And then going into what we're going to be talking to a little bit later, just like what they're doing right now with the bloodline and the story there is going to be unbelievable, man.
And it's not like they've stopped making kids either. Roman has a handful of kids. The guy that we're talking about later has a handful of kids.
Dude, before you go, we're going to see a whole other generation of kids come up.
Yeah.
God willing.
All the ones that aren't in WWE. The whole Samoan dynasty in general.
Yeah, dude.
There's
they
fucking
literally
cousins and everything in there. It's just like,
if you think about it, the way, what was it? Rock's mother or grandmother was the one who ran the territory after the High Chief passed.
High
It was
Chief.
the
It was
wife.
the grandmother.
Okay, so but their whole company was based on the Samoans were the good guys and the people we brought in were the bad guys. They literally could leave, go do that again in Hawaii and just set up whatever they want.
Yeah.
And have a whole and the guys that are coming in and the ones that are already there. And then you still got, the Rock's daughter in NXT, which I don't know if that's like she's still training thing, or if she's not, she's just going to be behind the scenes or whatever the case may be.
I like her as GM. She's done good.
And then I'm even going to throw Nia Jackson's name out a little bit. She's still a botch artist, and I still feel like she's not 100% safe. And I don't think that's just because she's a bad worker. I just think she's big and clumsy. And that's a bad combination sometimes when you're working in this kind of profession. But I feel like she's making it, an honest effort to like get in shape and lose weight. And then like we're going to talk about too here in a little bit, that weight thing's going to come up again, because when you come to the WWE, man, you better be able to work. It doesn't matter what you did before you got there.
Yeah.
I'll shut up now, Joe. I'm sorry. I keep rambling.
No, it's fine. It's that family is going to literally outlive companies. The business in general will keep going. That's just, they've consistently had family members since the 60s, the 1960s wrestling.
Yeah.
So we're talking, 60 years almost of time, and they just keep going. And there's, the next one popping up, the next big star keeps popping up. And that's a fucking legacy, huh?
Yeah.
Jesus. They're like looking through the family members, obviously Sika, Afa, the Hall of Fame caliber ones.
Yokozuna.
Yeah, down to the newest kids coming up, guys like Zilla. If you watch him on the indies, he's he's phenomenal. Like he
He's-
really,
Yeah, he might be
great.
he could go. He could be one of the best ever. I think. I mean, depending on if he can put some size on compared to everybody else in his family, I feel like he's a little undersized compared to the rest of them.
I don't even think that. I think it's
he works well with his body frame, though.
No, dude. I'm not saying no. I don't disagree with you. I just know that at certain, WWE cosmetic is big,
Yeah.
and I'll make another point about that. Like I said here in a minute, but
He's got that last name, and we've been dancing around it. Let's go ahead and bring him out in the conversation. Of course, we are referencing and going around because you can't talk about the Anoa'i family without talking about the latest addition to Bloodline 2.0, and that is the Samoan Werewolf, this freaking monster of a man, Jacob Fatu. Gentlemen,
well, I mean, like a mid-sized monster now.
hey, dude, he
looked-
came in. That was what I was gonna say. I was wondering, like, where the hell's he been? Because he'd been claimed to be signed 3 months ago.
since
few
Mania,
months.
And
Yeah,
he
since
came in,
Smith,
and
Mania.
Jacob Fatu's wrestled up in our area. I've seen him numerous times at indie shows, MLW shows. The dude was built a lot like Umaga, a little bit bigger up top as far as shoulder, chest, arms, and a little less gut, but he was thick. That dude is in fucking phenomenal shape. And that just makes me feel like Roman Reigns is still kind of back there going, all right, dude, you're here. But if you want to make it here, you're going to have to fucking work. So, I mean, I don't know if that was but dude, I mean, he came in, Ray. I mean, that is exactly how he fucking made his presence known in every company. He is, he came out on that, his opening episode. That is MLW. The first night he was there in Chicago at Cicero Station, there was a fucking riot, dude. Because he did. I'm not kidding. You can ask the guys that was there. There was like 4 or 5 of us. They were throwing water bottles and beer cans and all kinds of shit in the ring at these guys, man.
yeah.
I mean, it was brutal. They beat everybody. Every match they ran out. The Contra ran out and just decimated referees, ring announcers. Hell, there was even a girl that got fucking powerbombed. They went through everybody. Jacob Fatu is a force.
I like the way that they built him on his first night, though, because he didn't take out scrubs. He took out main players. These are main eventers.
Yeah, you
And
don't
he
bring
came
him
in
in
and
and let
looked
him do that
strong
security.
alike. Dude, just completely destroyed. And the fact that commentary was putting him over as somebody they never thought they'd see there because of how he is. They weren't even referring to him as a person. They're like this monster, this beast.
And he is, dude.
And he is. And he came out there like a stone cold killer and wrecked shop fast.
Yeah, and a lot of people, a lot of the casual fans, a lot of WWE fans probably haven't seen what he can do physically, and it's extremely impressive. But more so, I think it's put it like this: he's a guy who probably never, in previous era WWE, he would never would have been signed.
No.
They're taking a chance on him because obviously, he has a record. He probably can't travel to the international shows.
Was also a reason they were saying they had to wait for them to get back stateside.
Yeah. So that's a big thing. Like, they took a chance on him, and I think that's one of those things where it's like they're taking a chance on me finally. I'm getting the opportunity. I might as well make the most of it.
Right.
Yeah.
So they're gonna keep me off and give me a big debut. I'm gonna fucking, go hard at the gym. I'm gonna work. I'm gonna make this fucking, something impressive, something that people remember. And that's really what I think it is. It's the guy who is getting that opportunity that everybody was like, yeah, no way. WWE's not signing him.
Yeah.
He was locked up.
When he was in jail, he didn't think he'd make it there.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, dude.
And now he's there. And now he has one of the bigger debuts of the entire year.
Yeah.
And they sent him to the top.
Dude. I mean,
Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes. there are probably no 3 bigger names in all of WWE.
Nope.
You know, I mean, outside what? Seth Rollins?
Well, you're going to throw
Roman
Punk in there
Reigns?
too because he had the SmackDown confrontation with him the other night, the two fake Usos.
Yeah, so I mean, like it's you gave him one of the top, like 3 of the top names, and he laid them all out. They made him look like the fucking monster they were hyping him up to be on commentary, which was awesome. I love that. You know, it was great. It was probably one of the better debuts. You know, it's because it's one of those ones that everybody knew was going to happen, and then it happens, and you're still like, "Oh shit, that was fantastic!"
Exactly.
Right.
You
That's
know,
right on the nose, Joe. Right
yeah,
on the nose.
and he went big. It's not. So they gave him 3 top stars. They made him look like a monster, and they also let him go. Like, oh yeah, you want to fucking do a splash all the way to the commentary table outside? You want to give people a taste of what you can do?
Yeah.
Okay, cool, go for it. And it was,
dude, he
was
set the and like I love everything you're saying. I agree with you. I think the whole thing, the tone got set though.
Yeah.
Not with the 2 super kicks. But when he took that kick from fucking Owen and then turned him inside out with that clothesline, which is Owen selling his ass off.
Yeah.
You know, anybody that knows that move knows, like, you're in the air, you're turning, that's you making that happen. You're absorbing the blow and rolling off of it. But that was ugly, dude. When he hit that clothesline, I was like, all right, motherfucking Jacob Fatu just showed up. And I couldn't be happier. I'm very excited for that.
It gives a new dynamic to the Bloodline, man. I think Bloodline 2.0, and I know it's not going to be a very light statement that I'm going to make, but it was falling flat a little bit. You know, unfortunately, Solo Sikoa is not Roman Reigns. He can't hold your attention like Roman did.
No.
But
he's doing what he can.
He's doing what he can.
You can tell that
Roman
he's going to Heyman school because he's doing what he can, you know.
Yeah. Heyman, by the way, is fucking selling the whole storyline with his face.
Jesus
Christ,
that fucking thing with Punk and him like breaking down in tears and just
take me with you.
They should put him in the Hall of Fame again in 5 years. He should be
whatever his contract is. They don't pay him enough.
Yeah,
they fucking don't.
God, dude, I don't know that there's a way for you to financially, make him whole for everything that he does in that company.
Put it like this: he took a voiceless background enforcer, the fourth most popular in that group, 5th most popular in that group when they were full on.
Yeah.
Excuse me, 6th, because I'd still put Heyman above him too. He took that and turned him into a guy that's like, oh, okay, I'm interested again in the storyline.
Well, dude, I mean,
for that reason alone, they don't pay him enough because they actually made Solo semi interesting right now.
Yeah.
Like, is it as hot as the Bloodline was 6 months ago? No. But is it enough to still hold my attention and keep me going week to week? Yeah. And not to mention, now you gave me one of my favorite wrestlers outside of the WWE as part of this group.
Yeah.
And one of my favorite tag teams from New Japan, part of this group.
Yeah.
Shout out to fucking Tama Tonga
doing
the absolute fucking most as the psychotic character.
Yep.
Just making noises and shit and just I mean, I love it. I love that they're not even hiding it. They're just going like, oh yeah, man. Now they got the fucking Tongans coming in. Like,
that's my point. Like, exactly 10 years ago, their names would be changed and all that other bullshit. And we're getting Jacob
They'd be out there in a fucking grass skirt and shit. Like that's changed significantly.
Carrying a bone or some shit. I want to say 2 things and then I'm done. Number one, I'm gonna catch shit for this. I know I am because there's people out there that don't know. But if you don't know, ask somebody, and I'm going to tell you, Jacob Fatu is, in my opinion, the most athletic Samoan pro wrestler right now. He is at the height of his powers. he can heal. He's such a good heel that everywhere he goes, he's a heel, a hated heel. And then before he leaves, I mean, dude, he blew up the fucking Cicero Stadium and they were still chanting, "You deserve it." Jacob Fatu's the truth. He's just as good as Yokozuna, but as athletic and as strong as Roman Reigns. And the guy can cut a promo. He's not going to need anybody to talk for him. I'm excited about it. And the second thing is like the possibilities of a civil war between the Bloodline. I seen a mock poster today that had Roman and Solo and his guys, and then The Rock and Jimmy and Jay, and like there was. I mean,
so the thing I sent in the group chat last week,
yeah. So it was like 12 Samoans. You know what I'm saying? I mean, this is like, but it just, dude. I mean, think about. I mean that. It'll be barbaric. It'll be violent. It'll be fucking beautiful.
It'll be a Samoan War game match. They'll put it inside of a.
Could you imagine? Or a Samoan Hell in a Cell.
That's it.
Bringing back the Punjabi cell match.
They need 15 cameras to watch that shit, brother.
I mean, talk about like the best, like, family doing business for family. Jesus Christ, man!
If you're Samoan and you get an invite to WWE, you better go, bitch, because this is the most money you're ever gonna fucking make. Right
I think back to what Heyman said when he said that. They're like, "How far are we into the Bloodline story?" And he was like, and this was 2 years in. He was like, "Oh, we're only in like the third inning."
Oh yeah.
And then he updated that towards Mania this year, but now it just feels like chapter 1 ends. And that was 4 year. That was a 4-year chapter 1.
Yeah, it was the Lord of the Rings, and now we're the Fellowship of the Ring, and now we're
man, it's the damn Marvel universe. We've ended phase 1 and we're into phase 2.
Whatever, man. Nerd whatever way you want to, brother. You know how to break it down.
The thing is, what we're talking about, like all these scenarios and options, this shit could drag out for the next 3 years, and it would still make sense,
or more.
And then what? Another 4 years later, we get like so many more members just keep joining. Other ones go their separate ways. Like you have an endless supply of talent that's just gonna keep cycling through. Like this is like the ultimate WWE side quest.
And they have
like you have your main
an Anoa'i on the board of directors for fucking TKO, bro.
Yeah, like this is the ultimate side quest though, because they don't need titles. They don't have to chase titles. So all the title feuds and all those things can keep going. All the WWE can keep going. And then they have this whole separate Bloodline story because they don't have to fight anybody in WWE. They can just fight with each other. And that can go on for 2 years. Because we've seen that already happen with the first like generation of it. Like it's gonna keep going. It's gonna get better.
I'm so excited
to put it into Marvel terms, man. I feel like we've got the first few months of the Bloodline story was the Avengers. Everybody was coming together. And then once that happened, we got Thanos, which was God mode. Fucking Roman Reigns can't be beaten. You finally dethroned Thanos, but now we're heading into Civil War. They went out of order because Civil War came before Thanos, but right now is the Civil War. We're getting that secret invasion. Who's on which side here? What are you, fucking Samoan or Tongan? Where do you lie on the family? Dude, it's going to be fucking great. It's going to be fantastic.
And they've been teasing that Civil War for the past 2 fucking years.
Yeah. But Jim, sure.
So we're only seeing the beginning of it. Because honestly, outside, obviously, with his father passing away, it kind of changes things up too. But we knew we were already on a break from Roman. He was taking time off, and
dude, can you imagine what shape he's going to be in when he comes back?
Oh, he's going to be a monster.
Oh, for sure. I know he's got some movie project stuff he's doing. Yeah. I mean, that's the real reason he's off. He's got other things, other obligations. It's not just he's on vacation for 6 months.
Yeah,
no, he's signed to do
Marine 7.
Yeah, he's got a lot of shit going on. So he's got his time off, and like he can stay away though.
Yeah,
I mean, if anything, they've proved since Mania that okay. we're making it interesting again without Roman,
Yeah.
who was the
He
big
was.
focal point.
But this is the thing, dude. They've already got it set up to where right now, Roman aside, don't have to bring in Roman like you're saying. Jey Uso's a big deal, bro.
Yeah.
And
He
if for
really
some
is.
reason the new guard of the bloodline wants to try to take out that old guard, Jimmy's never really committed to the new bloodline. That's how you tie back in the Usos.
Wasn't there a release today that Jimmy's going to be coming back soon with like a character change or something?
So I'm telling you that there's ways to have this just drag into the point to where when you finally see Roman again, you're like, oh shit, this is coming to an head. It's time for war. The fucking tribal chief showed up, and now we're going into the fucking end game.
Yeah.
It's gonna be great. It's good times.
It's gonna be good times. Yep.
Now, you know who doesn't need to take any time off? Chad Gable. Fucking took a piece to the head and was back in a week, bro. With the of course, if you guys haven't watched, we are talking now about the debut of the Wyatt Six, or the Six, however you want to say it. I've seen it both ways. Uncle Howdy and the group, man, demolished everybody. Apparently, looked like they gave a 9 across the dome to Gable, but he's fine. What did you guys think about that entrance, man? That debut for this team?
Go ahead, Sean.
All right, man. I loved it. It was just like I felt like it was the same as I had the same feeling that when Bray walked through that door. It was about a year ago before we lost him. Everything's here. I mean, everybody wants this story to work. I mean, you've seen the reaction, dude, and to see those fireflies pop and see people like Nikki Cross and Dexter get a chance to do something besides that goofy ass gimmick that he was rocking. I mean, because the guy obviously can work. You know what I mean? And I think this is perfect. These guys are going to get an opportunity to shine. And I still can't get over the aesthetic of the group. It's not like they went, we're going to take made people and put them together and make a super group. It wasn't like that. It's not like that. It looks like to me they went to what's his name? Not Bo Dally. It's not his name's not Bo. What's his name? Wyndham's brother.
It's what's Bo's real fucking name? It's
I can't remember what.
Is it Taylor?
Taylor. I feel like they kind of went to him and go, dude, like pick your, who do you want? Like, how do you want to do this? What was Bray thinking? Because I feel like a lot of that stuff, they kind of went into what Bray was writing up and his notes and everything. If you remember correctly, at the end of that documentary, he was talking about he was sketching out characters and this is what he was thinking about doing and his ideas. And I feel like maybe they kind of went to that and he said, this is who I want. And, these guys are going to get an opportunity to do something, man, that maybe they wouldn't have had.
Score one for Jody. It was Taylor Rotunda. Bo Dallas.
Go,
oh, shit. Breaking news, gentlemen, while we're recording tonight. What is today? Today's the 26th? All you marks, eat your heart out. 6/23/24. It's going to be a date that's going to crush all of your hearts because that's when Mommy Said I Do with Buddy Matthews. They have officially released their marriage photo. Got married 6/23/24. Rhea Ripley and Buddy Matthews.
Well, what else do you have to do when you're fucking out on injury?
See if we can just get that there. What?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Well,
yeah. How lucky is Buddy Matthews?
Oh, he's the luckiest man on earth.
Dude, she's fucking the lining out that kid.
I don't know, buddy. I got a feeling that she doesn't hawk Tua.
Oh, I don't know about that. She might have to.
Well, she's got to look.
She's got to look.
Okay.
She's
Okay,
got to hawk Tua look.
He's sick, fuck.
Jesus Christ.
He's sick,
fuck.
Well, if you want to know my thoughts and opinions on the Wyatt Six debut, you can listen to last week's episode where we talked in depth about it. So I'm not going to go into all that shit again. But
Well, there was the new
yeah, I
little
know that's
piece that I
what we
wanted to
should
get
be
to
talking
on
about.
Friday night,
Yeah,
but
so
it tied in with Gable getting shot and then coming back this past week. Anyway, go ahead.
oh yeah, he didn't get shot. Jeez, everybody started saying that. Oh, it looks like he got shot.
Dude, he looked like he got murdered.
He had blood on his side of his head.
A
Big
single
deal.
bubble on the temple, buddy. I played Call of Duty for long enough to fucking be pew, 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 pew.
Well,
Well, what the
I'm pretty
fuck
sure
ever.
WWE didn't sign off on a shooting. I don't know if their insurance would cover that. So
Yeah, so
Ooh, it's kayfabe,
yeah,
Sean.
that's all fine and great. He can't.
that's Alec
And like,
Baldwin.
Mark Henry, fucking giant dickhead.
I
Crying and
love Mark.
complaining,
Why don't you
No,
like
crying
no,
and
listen, what
complaining,
happened?
crying and complaining that after their debut, they took a picture with a fan at the fucking Whataburger that they stopped at in Texas. I like fuck off, Mark Henry. Like, of all people, you're gonna do the fucking kayfabe bullshit. Like, oh, they spent all this money on making these characters. Okay, first of all, you can't be that stupid to think that they're gonna wrestle in those fucking masks like that. Like, that's just not what's gonna happen. Especially like the fucking bird looking mask.
Yeah, there's no way
That's not going in the ring. Like, let's be real. They're taking their shit off. They're gonna be who they are. So this isn't like 1992 still. Not even shit. We're not talking 1988. Mark Henry. God, shame on them. Shame on you for fucking getting a paycheck for time for the main event for fucking 2 years. Like, shame on you. You didn't do shit over there.
Buttons up. Fuck.
Well, what the fuck, man? Complaining about that. That's some bullshit. But the
Hold on.
I will say is this.
Hold on. Time out. I gotta hit this, Joe. I gotta hit right here for you. You just ripped Mark Henry a new asshole.
World's strongest
How
man.
do you feel about Jim Cornette saying nothing in the Wyatt 6 debut, nothing in that post interview is working for him?
Fuck, like 90% of what Cornette says I agree with, and but this one, fuck you, Cornette, you fucking clown. Like, Jesus Christ, you talk and say, oh, it makes AEW look great. No, it doesn't, because this actually showed real fucking production. Because Cornette said it himself. If they want to make a horror movie, they should just make a fucking horror movie with it instead of adding it to the wrestling show, right? So that's like, he basically said it. The production value was like high quality. Don't compare that to AEW. That's garbage to say. And then if he didn't like it, he didn't like it. But that's Cornette. Cornette still wants the fucking guys, like the good guys and bad guys. Like, yeah, you got a good guy and you got a bad guy, and they just look tough. They could beat your ass down at a bar. Like that's Cornette's version of wrestling. Like, I get it.
I'm with you when it comes to Jimmy. I love his shit because he's just so fucking entertaining. It's kind of like Jerry Springer. You don't watch it to gain knowledge. You watch it just to see whose tits are going to come out. But when it comes to him and the people this is the same guy who's still pissed off because Dr. Death Steve Williams got beat up in that boxing match. Fucking bullshit, because Steve Williams was going to be their next big star. Not at 38, he wasn't. Steve Williams is on the back end of his career, and he's still telling that fucking story of how Steve Williams was robbed of millions and millions of dollars. How?
Yeah.
How? He couldn't have worked WWF style wrestling, man. The guy was, by that point, he was done. That's why he was JR's bodyguard when he went back to WCW. If he could have worked, he'd have been working.
Yeah.
So what do you got on the promo, Joe?
The promo, the thing I loved the most was they basically tackled all the internet criticism. Everybody who say, "Oh, how dare they?" The people that are saying, "How dare they tread on his legacy and just try to profit from it?" Clearly, forgetting AEW that there's they signed a contract for a child, and this is the thing about this.
And they hold an event for a wrestler that died that's never been in their company.
They do things like this, but they make it public, right? So that's why it's fair game. Because is it the right thing to do? Yeah, probably. Like, you know, you're gonna take care of that guy was working for you. He was bringing money in for you. He passes away. You're doing the right thing and taking care of his family, making sure that his, you know, legacy lives on and his family is able to still profit from that. Okay, fair. But you make it public. You make it part of the show. Then you can get criticism for it.
Yeah.
So, which means it's very easy to look like you're exploiting someone's legacy. But you always have to remember but you always have to remember in the back of your head, like there's families involved.
No, I get that.
You know,
I agree. I understand what you're saying.
like so I get that criticism of that. That's bullshit. Like that's bullshit criticism, man. Like every company does it, or every company has done something similar, where they continue something on. Now here's the real catch to this. These characters, all this stuff, it's given opportunity for 5 people to make money.
Yeah.
You know, and of anything, everybody has said Bray Wyatt was, you know, he was that generous guy. He was always the friendly, happy guy. He was always, you know, looking out for you, trying to help you out, trying to do better. Like that's why he universally loved. So in my head, I think Bray would not have a problem making sure 5 other talents get to do what they love, make money for themselves, for their families. Like he's not the guy. Like that's what they say backstage. He's not the guy to deny that. He would want it to carry on, at least, you know, take care of them.
For sure. I mean, I agree with that.
And one of them is his brother. You know, it's therapeutic for him.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's why I love that. I love that they tackled that straight on like they brought that criticism up. And I was like, oh shit, that was the interesting part. You're like, oh fuck, they're really saying it. And I think that was all thought out too. They're not stupid.
Yeah.
Like, you know, they know that criticism's gonna happen, that's gonna come out. So you might as well address it like day fucking one.
Dude, I love the freedom that these guys have right now. You know, and that goes back to Paul Levesque and his philosophies on running the company and all that. And you hear a lot of these guys now saying like they will work for him because he cares about them genuinely, about their well-being, their families, their mental health, their livelihoods, their careers, all of it. And they're giving these guys a chance to, you know, basically, you know, going, look, it's on you.
Yep.
You know, we're going to trust you to follow your own instincts, and we're going to give you the latitude and the ability to do these things. And you come to us with an idea, we'll support you in it, but it's on you. And so that's when it's going to come down to with these guys. And could it fail? Yeah, of course it could. We've seen Bray's iterations kind of not come up to what we believe was a standard that we held for him, because, you know, he was a fucking genius when it comes to this kind of stuff. The one person that I still feel out of all 5 of these people that's going to get the biggest rub and the biggest push for her career, it's going to be Nikki Cross, dude. I mean, nobody plays crazy better than that girl. I mean, fuck Chelsea Green.
That means Nikki Cross ain't playing.
Is scared, and she can flat out go. Nikki Cross can work. Yeah, she's a little undersized, but she can go. And if you watch all of her old stuff and the indie stuff and the stuff she did in NXT, if she gets to fall back into that kind of headspace that she was in there, that's her wheelhouse. And with the little fucking all the shit that they're doing, they're just going to make it creepier and creepier. And I think she's going to, really take to that.
Oh man.
No, I think this will be successful just on the fact that people want to keep Bray's legacy going.
We want it to work.
We do.
Yeah.
We do, man. We do.
And you got 2 of the driving voices behind his characters, one being Triple H, the other being his brother.
Yeah.
Like, don't forget that, you know, he was involved with a lot of this stuff. Bray's comeback, the whole Uncle Howdy thing. He's already been in the ring as Uncle Howdy in this scenario. So Like,
Well, yeah, if Bray hadn't died, this is where they would be anyway. He would just be Uncle Heidi, and Bray would be there, and it'd be the same group of people, but just with Bray in the middle.
yeah.
You know, I mean, that's
I think that was the original intention. So we're just carrying that out, and kind of paying a little bit of tribute to Bray on that. So I mean, I don't know. I just don't get the criticism.
Me neither.
Yeah,
I agree with you, man. I don't think it's fair to bash the Bray, the Wyatt Six, and then it's some of these same people that praise AEW for putting out Brody shoes.
they're going to be in line July 1st to buy the fucking Brody Lee Reeboks.
Yeah,
Like,
it's the same thing.
Yeah, it's the same fucking thing.
In the sense of this, like, I feel like they're doing that to raise money to, I mean, that money is supporting the family, and chances are what they did was they gave. I don't know. I'd like to think that, Tony Khan's a businessman and his dad's a billionaire, so I'm sure he knows how to fuck around with money, because you don't get there.
Amanda Huber is still, I think, employed with AEW.
As far as I know, I mean, there's been no press release or anything that's saying that they haven't been getting the money. And don't you think they would speak up? I think they would.
No, because she works for the company.
No. There you go.
She's got a position there, so she's getting paid probably her hourly salary, whatever you want to call it. But I guarantee you, I doubt she sees much for merch. Because I mean, hell, they put out a Brody Lee toy with -1, his son Brody Lee Jr. They put out a Brody Lee Chase variant. Brody Lee was their Chase variant during Comic-Con last year, and the Chibi small ones. And now there's a shoe. Where's all that marketing money? Where's all this merchandise money going to? Is it going to the kid? Technically, he's under contract.
Well, it should be. If it's not, and it shouldn't be hard to figure out. I mean, all that shit should be pretty transparent in their business shit. So
you will never find out if it's not. But hopefully it is. But it's the same energy. Yeah. If you're gonna bash the Wyatt, you have to bash AEW for that shit too, and the Owen shit, knowing that he's never stepped foot in their ring. Talk about how much you have to hate WWE.
The Owen thing, it's still a thing to me. That's a thing for me. I don't.
How much his widow has to hate the E that she sold his likeness to a company that he never fucking heard of.
Right.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
Well, she does, because she blames them for his death, and that's completely fair and understandable. Fair. And I don't blame her one bit. I'm with that. But at the same time,
it's a little cringe.
Tony Khan's company, and Tony Khan took advantage of that opportunity and now promotes it and makes
There's
money.
A tournament going on.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is there ain't a lot of mid-card wrestlers that make this much money after they die.
I mean, it kind of is fitting though that it's the land of the mid-carders for his tournament, because
Yeah, you have to figure Owen Heart would be a multi-time champ under Tony Khan.
Guys, we're not going to bash Owen Hart's legacy.
I'm not. I wasn't.
Bastards. We're not going there tonight.
You tell me did he ever hold a world title?
No.
Other than a tag team belt.
No.
Not in any major promotion, no.
None. He wrestled for the title, never won it. He was the Intercontinental Champion, right? But so was Hillbilly Jim.
So was the Honky Tonk Man.
Honky Tonk Man. Speaking of which,
all I'm saying is, dude, nobody's holding honorary Honky Tonk Man tournaments and shit.
Hold on.
They're not remixing his song and re-releasing it to raise money for his children. And that motherfucker's got children. Look at his sideburns.
Mute him real quick.
He's alive, Sean. Shut up.
You play 2K24, right?
Yes.
So what's the new pack that's coming out?
It's the Post Malone pack. The features the Honky Tonk Man. Actually dropped today.
They made a fucking commercial for this, and I was losing my shit. I was like, wait. I'm like, first of all, like, why are we putting Post Malone in? If any musician should go. Probably The Weeknd, because he's done like fucking 8 WrestleMania theme songs at this point, and they're all fucking bangers. All right,
Right.
You're just fucking gems. So if anybody deserved to go in as DLC, it's probably The Weeknd. But needless to say, it has to be a whole pack. And who do they fucking fill it out with?
I'm pulling
Give me
it
the
up.
whole rundown, because the Honky Tonk Man was just.
You have Headbanger Mosh, Headbanger Thrasher, the Honky Tonk Man, Jimmy the Mouth of the South Heart, and Sensational Sherry, and Post Malone.
So I feel like they were really grasping because they wanted to line him up with musical characters.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a fucking stretch, bro.
The headbangers who you can have at an auction at a convention for what, $10 a piece?
Fucking,
Fucking hot dog and a handshake.
yeah, pretty much, man. Like, goddamn. But hey, if they're getting licensing money for it, good for them. I'll take it. Hey, I'm happy about it for
I
you.
can tell you personally, you could buy a bullhorn from Jimmy Hart for $60.
Oh no shit, really?
Yeah.
Well,
Did your
it's
dumbass
a
buy a
steal.
bullhorn from Jimmy Hart?
And wait,
I did not.
So does Sherry go in because she sang Michael's theme song?
It had to be. The connection that I could think of is she's saying the song.
I'm like, wait a second.
She did drugs like a rock star. Does that count?
Jesus Christ.
Well, I mean, she did, man. What?
Damn.
She was also there to save the day when Booker T dropped the
N-word. I love how she just kind of put her hand on his shoulder and just rubbed him. You know, she just
live television. If you watch her match, she goes, "It's okay."
Okay.
Because he was like, "It's not okay."
And yet we let Vince McMahon just drop it and walk off the screen.
Dude, yeah. That whole do-rags thing he was doing there for a few weeks where he was
so bad.
It was terrible.
So bad.
It's all good.
Now we understand why, the do-rag. I imagine he was wearing that late at night.
I'm not
had a couple people over.
I'm gonna NDA myself on that one.
Yeah.
We're invited.
Oh shit, Sherry Martel died June 15, 2007, drug overdose.
Well, you didn't know that?
I didn't know she was dead already, dude.
Yeah, dude.
So I guess the family was just like, fuck it. Throw her in there. There couldn't have been a better pick.
I don't know. I just feel like it's a whole fucking mess. Like the commercial made me feel uncomfortable. Like I was like it's real awkward to watch. And I'm like, this is fucked up.
Post did the music for the game this year. That's why he got in, because he was the music executive this year. He's a big time fan. But they just really threw together whoever they could.
Well, yeah, he's hooked up with the UFC too, with TKO because of Roadhouse.
And I haven't been a Post Malone fan in at least 3 albums. So, like,
he's finding himself, man.
And the new one, that's going to be 4 albums because I already don't like.
Yeah, he's releasing a country album, isn't he? Right now.
Yeah, country one ain't too bad.
Like,
dude, I mean, a white boy with tattoos on his face singing country music, that ain't a stretch.
I mean,
nowadays,
it's
it's the fucking trendy hip thing now. Fucking
yeah.
Ugh.
I don't know.
Anyway, fucking lames. Damn. Yeah, I'm not gonna listen to that shit. I want fucking old Post Malone. I want fucking, I want White Iverson Post Malone, dude. Give me the fucking good shit. Don't give me fucking like, let me fucking sing Hootie and the Blowfish Post Malone.
He's too Hollywood now, man. He's drank the Kool-Aid now, bro. He's gone.
He's had a kid, man. He's revitalized his life, and he's off of drugs.
Literally walking around with a mouthful of gold teeth and tattoos on his face. He quit giving a fuck a lot.
That's what happened.
You don't get a bigger I don't give a fuck than tattoos on your face and gold teeth, bro.
That's true. That is true. Gentlemen,
It's
would
not a-
you do?
It's not a
would you do
phase,
the
Mom.
tattoo?
It's not a phase.
Would you do the tattoo on the face? Either of you?
No.
Nah.
No,
And I'm a
you're
tattoo
both
guy,
covered.
obviously, but nah, I wouldn't.
You guys are covered, and they
I'm
said
gonna
no
do
to
my
the
neck.
face.
My neck is about it. That's the highest I'm gonna go.
Oh, don't do the neck. What are you gonna put on the neck?
Dude, I got my neck
You'll
done.
see it.
Oh, Sean's
You'll
gonna
see
get a
it.
fucking engine right smack dab in the middle of that motherfucker. Nice.
No.
It's gonna be a motor here with flames going through the sides
No.
to relive his sins of anarchy days. Hey man, how did you like working on that new movie that just came out? What the fuck was it called? Biker or something? Just wanted to know, man. You done got
Actually,
got
dude, that
yourself a
movie
new
looks pretty
setup?
good. I think I am gonna check that movie out though. Yeah, dude. I like it.
Yeah. When you were a stand-in for it, I know.
Yeah.
That's how you got the whole moving funds. You got a whole new setup, place, chair.
Yep.
Got you.
Yep. Blew up my life on purpose just because I want to relive my glory days. Good call, brother.
Because Hollywood came calling. That's what happens,
Shut
dude.
off.
Happens in wrestling too, man. It's all right. Gentlemen, I have quite frankly ran out of some topics, man. I mean, there's not much more to really cover. AEW is a trash can fire. There's no real reason trying to go into there. At this point, we're just waiting for Joey's prediction at the beginning of the year of them
Dude,
shutting down to come true.
did you see the announcement for the match? Because the TV was on TBS because I was watching Big Bang Theory. I forgot wrestling was on after that, so I kind of tricked myself into watching a little bit of it. Jericho and Big Bill and the guy with, I don't know, the black dude. I can't remember his name. He's in a sling. He can't work the show, whatever.
Brian, it's
So
Brian
there.
Keith.
Did you see they bring out who they brought out? Jesus Christ, dude, it's like the fucking old folks home in Hook. What the fuck is going on there?
They're bringing Minoru Suzuki to challenge Jericho one-on-one.
Right? And you still got the 6-man, and that's got, what's it, the Takeshita or whatever? It's not the Takeshita. The one who can't move because his legs are fucked. Shibata.
Yeah.
His legs are, every time he takes a step, they like bow, and you're just waiting for him to fucking snap because he's so old and he can't run.
And
he's like 20 years younger than you. What are you talking about?
Dude, have you seen him? Yeah, dude, but his knees are fucked, bro. Yeah, he might.
Yeah, that's the least of his problem. That's the least of his issues.
No, I understand
the fact that he almost fucking died, like fucking brain shit. Like then he had to he couldn't wrestle for years, and then finally could come back.
What's worse there, Sean, and it's not Shibata, it's not Murder Grandpa coming back to AEW for a match at Forbidden Door. What's worse is they brought out the Scissor Ace. Yeah, there's going to be a 3-way with the Okada, the Bucks against the Acclaimed, and the Scissor Ace for some reason.
So you're telling me that they went out and made this big deal about signing Okada just to have him come out and fucking wrestle Tanahashi again?
Well, dude,
the millionth fucking time
in a 6-man. Did we not just say
no? Fucking 8-man. Isn't it an 8-man?
6.
It's 6. Did we not just say like a month and a half or 2 months ago, dude, get your money and get your big match because you're going to be fucking spending the rest of your career in 6-mans and bullshit. And that's exactly what the fuck they're doing.
The same. They're going to do the same fucking spots just in America instead of Japan. That's it.
That's it.
Tanahashi showed up on the screen. It is me, Okada. Your greatest nemesis.
Bounce around on the ropes and
I gotta watch him do that fucking stupid air guitar for the fucking 8 millionth fucking time. And he's starting to get that fucking turtle shell, that old man turtle shell. Too. Actually, not starting. He's had it.
He's had the abs at least 2 years ago, bro.
Yeah, and that guitar anymore. That air guitar thing, it's a little dated. Let's be honest. I mean, it was dated when he started it. I mean, let's be real.
Bill and Ted was big in Japan, dude.
Dude, it was nostalgia when he did it the first time. It was nostalgic, and he's still fucking doing it. So
It's fucking 2024 and you still party on.
It's kind of like Hogan and the bandana, man. Let it go.
Like, oh my
Cut
god.
that shit off, dog.
Like, so this is what we get. And wait, I read, didn't Tony Khan say like the most important signing in wrestling history was him signing fucking Mercedes Moné?
Oh yeah. And he said the same thing about Will
Said the same thing about
Ospreay.
Ospreay. Yeah.
Adam Cole,
Ugh.
Sting.
Ugh.
I can keep going. There's Jeff Jarrett.
Oh, Jarrett actually cut the promo of his fucking life.
Okay, yeah, and here's let's go back to that Owen bullshit. Jeff, you little bitch. You little bitch. Not only should you never be wearing Jordans ever because you're not the GOAT, you should never, ever, ever, ever say you want to win anything for Owen Hart. That is low-hanging fruit, bro. That is bullshit. That kind of pissed me off a little. I'd have more. I mean, yeah, it was a great promo, but it was talk about cashing in on your friend's death, who you haven't mentioned on TV in fucking 25 years. And now all of a sudden, I gotta win.
Well, he's in the fucking tournament, so he probably should mention it. This is the one time where you can bring it up because everybody's making money bringing it up. So yeah, what's
gonna cash in too?
Jeff Jarrett just gets sadder and sadder to me, man. Yeah, dude, you're a great worker. I'll give you that. You can work. You are not top tier. You are not God level. You are just not. You're like 15 spots below Kurt Hennig.
God.
At least I wanted Kurt Hennig to get his ass kicked. At least I cared what Kurt Hennig was doing. I don't give a shit what Jeff there. I don't care what guitar I could give a shit. Lose, win, don't care. That's just a fast forward for me on the DVR, baby.
All right, Slapnuts, calm it down.
Yeah. Let's fucking wrap this up before his fucking face explodes. I'm tired. I'm going to bed.
I'm fucking tired too. Do you guys got anything else you want to throw out there real quick? You guys are fucking gems.
No, I think I'm good. Yeah.
He's got something.
No, for real. Shout out Cole Hamels, man. Fucking retired to Philly, and he got plenty of fucking cool Chicago Cubs stuff for his retirement.
Dude, yeah, I loved Cole Hamill when he played for us, man. I love Cole Hamill, dude. He was a competitor, though.
Did you see what they gave him at his retirement at the bank?
Didn't, Joe. No, I didn't.
They gave him the fucking rubber from Wrigley Field where he pitched his last no-hitter as a Philly against the Cubs.
Yeah.
And then they gave him the official score sheets from that game as well too, all framed.
Yeah.
That was pretty dope.
Cole Hamill was a badass dude. Just a hell of a pitcher. I loved him. He was a good guy.
Fucking just one of the best.
I loved him when he was a Cub, man. When they traded him, I was kind of pissed off, to be honest with you, because that was when they were like fucking making moves that just didn't make any sense. And if we'd have kept him, we would have had a middle relief pitcher going in. Plus, the guy was a great starter. I mean, the guy was a fucking monster. And when he was on,
well,
you didn't want to go into Philly when Cole Hamill was on, bro. He was going to fucking smoke you down.
You don't want to go into Philly now. That fucking team is there.
Didn't he fucking wait? Cole Hamill won the fucking World Series MVP, didn't he?
Yes, sir, he did.
Yeah. I mean, like, dude, him in the postseason, fucking monster.
Unconscious in the postseason. He was just one of the, he just seemed like in the postseason, dude, he would just lock in. You know what I mean? He was so much fun to watch and so dominant when he wanted to be.
And look, let's
legitimately a great locker room guy.
Here's the thing, it takes a lot to be loved forever.
Yeah.
In this city. When you leave Philly, it's not a lot of guys. You have to be absolutely beloved for when they come back to get the fucking cheers and the ovations and all that stuff. Dude, Cole Hamill put in work. Hamill's put in so much work for the Phillies here, getting the fucking 08 World Series. Like, he's just, getting us back to the series in 09. I mean, I know we lost to the Yankees that year, but Jesus, like, he was a monster for this team and forever loved. So
Yeah.
same thing. Like when the fucking Brewers came to Philly, beginning of June.
Yeah.
Like, Hoskins got the big fucking standing ovation, man.
Yeah.
They love him in Philly.
Well, dude, it's the same way when Philly comes to Chicago and Schwarber comes up to the plate. I mean,
Yeah.
kind of respect that. And there's, like you said, when you talk about ex-Phillies or even ex-Rangers like Palmeiro and A-Rod and some of those guys that were like, or Pudge. Jesus, dude, Pudge. I mean, I can't tell you a lot about Rangers baseball, but I remember watching Pudge just fucking dial in and throw motherfuckers out without even breaking a sweat, dude. He was so much fun to watch.
Horrible handwriting, hell of a damn catcher.
But when it's like when Chris Bryant and the Rockies come, or like I say, I feel like a lot of those guys, Javi, Rizzo, Bryant, they'll all retire Cubs, man. They'll sign the one-day contract and get to retire.
I love the fact
And that's how it should be.
that you guys have such great memories of Cole Hamels. I mean, for me as a Ranger fan, we did have him for a 3-year span.
Yeah,
he gave us a great 2 years. But we were not able to fucking do anything with him, dude. And
that third year, he was injured, right? Wasn't he injured that third year?
Last year with us, yeah.
He was hurt off and on.
He, I remember in 16, I want to say it was either 15 or 16. I did the opening day, and he was starting. And I remember I was so pumped because they did a Star Wars giveaway, and I have it probably somewhere on the shelf. Him as Lando Calrissian, but
Cole Hamill as Lando Calrissian.
Yeah, had him wearing Lando's clothes. I'll find it somewhere for you guys. It's either put up, but yeah, dude, it was.
I guess that's not appropriations. They don't count in space.
Well, they weren't in the original ones. I mean, Lando was the only one, and then you started getting them all over the place. I'm just joking. But no, it's great that you guys have great memories of him. I'm happy he ended the way he wanted to as a Philly, because I mean, it is where he made his name. He was part of that killer rotation for Philadelphia Phillies, and I mean, shit. There was a point to where if you didn't get your runs in, fuck it, there was nowhere to get it in.
You had to come up swinging with him, because if you got one strike on you, you were done.
Yeah.
You were done, dude. And he was he wasn't a finesse pitcher. Like he could paint the edges, but with power.
He corner painted you with 96s, 97s.
He reminded me a lot of Lester, the way he threw the ball, the way he placed the ball, and with his energy and his attitude. Cole Hamill and John Lester were the same beast. You didn't want to fuck with them when they were on. You just didn't.
Yeah. That was beautiful. We ended up with a little bit of baseball at the end. UFC 303. Anybody care anymore? No. Me neither.
I mean, dude, that main event, it's like
it's a dig punch.
Unless it's fucking,
it's got to be a war.
Craziest war.
I don't see
that happening.
Yuri Prochazka and Alex Pereira.
True. Which we've already seen, and we saw this fight 6 months ago?
Yeah.
And it didn't really go great for Yuri. So
he's gonna have to go out on his shield again, but go hard.
Man. Cuz is gonna take another concussion this year. And we'll see.
I've been the biggest. I'm like Kendrick Lamar. I'm a hater. I'm the biggest hater you've ever met. When it comes to fucking Pereira,
I'd agree with that.
I hate the way that you look. I hate the way that you walk. I hate the way that you talk. I hate the way that you think you know what you're doing in there. I hate everything about him. I want somebody to put this guy out of his misery. It just hasn't happened yet.
Yeah, that's because he's a fucking dude. He hits harder than everybody else right now. He's a bad motherfucker. Cormier tells it when he was on the Rogan podcast. He's like, that's fucking Thanos just sitting at a bar in fucking Brazil, and he just has to get up. He's like, I have to do it myself. Like, just go out and just
the way you paint your fucking face.
Murder in divisions.
I hate that you beat Adi Asanya. I was such a big Izzy fan, dude. Well, he's a nerd, dude. You know, all of us nerds unite. You
I
know,
know,
how
you
black
fucking
nerd at that level is. Fucking
Yeah, but he's a nerd that can kick ass, dude.
Yeah, but I don't know. Alex, Godspeed to whoever can whip that ass. I'm waiting. Maybe a heavyweight. Bones can get off coke long enough. I'd love to see that fight.
Is there?
Hey.
I don't know that. I don't know that we've had anybody that can replace John yet. I still think he's pound for pound.
Line for line, the best fighter in all the world.
The
He's a
greatest.
killer, bro.
He is.
He's a
He
killer.
is. He's the fight. He's the fucking goat. He's the
the
greatest
goat.
of all time. There's
Best I've ever
nobody.
seen.
It doesn't matter how. At this point, it
And I
doesn't
hate
matter
that.
how his career ends.
Nope.
It doesn't. He's
Yeah.
gonna be the greatest of all time.
He's that guy, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, dude,
Yeah.
I'm not. It's not like I'm a fan. Like I don't like the guy. I don't genuinely like the guy personally. I really don't. But you can't deny who, dude. He could. There's no way to even describe how much better he is than everybody else.
Cold-bloodedly, I whooped your ass high on coke.
Oh, dude.
All right, guys. This has been a great episode, man. Thank you guys for showing up tonight. I really appreciate that.
Thanks for having me.
Hey, man.
Hell yeah. Let's roll this exit video and call this thing done for the night. Also, if you guys have a moment, please watch Dennis's show. It'd mean a lot to him, I guess. Not just.
I guess. What?
Hey, Dennis, we plugged the show. Yeah. No, Jovan did. Kind of. No, Joey said he wasn't going to do it. He said, fuck you. You weren't going to promote ours, so he's not going to promote yours. No, I'll talk to him about it, dude.
You also said something about you fucking ski pulling people.
Well, man, you got to take a break from Brewers games, I guess. You're not even here tonight. You're supposed to be producing, but, whatever.
That's what happens when he doesn't show up.
Yeah.
Jovan said if you want M&Ms that are all green, to fucking do it yourself.
Fucking Mr. All Days Off.
What are you yelling at me for, dude? Don't use your squeaky voice.
The
Always
least hardest worker.
All
The
right.
least hardest worker in the room.
All right, yeah. No, I know. Yeah, they're replaying AEW. You got to go.
It's
Well,
the
I had a
Brewers.
ticket. I had a ticket.
All right, man. Are you taking another day
Brewers.
off tomorrow? Or are you actually going to work this week? Oh, you work today. Okay. All right.
He was at the Brewers game, dude. They're 12-1.
Everybody's working for these weekdays.
Yeah.
He is just not going in.
All right, buddy. All right. Keep your finger out of it.
The old fucking Milwaukee flu. Up there going to the fucking Brewers game on a fucking Wednesday.
Legends of the Ring Sting, man. This is a great figure, old school figure. Looks great. It's Sting! Old school Sting from WCW. Guys, you know us, 3/4 of the Shooting Shit team, and we're here with a listener just like you guys. This is Jimmy from Super Powers Comics.
My friend of almost 20 years. He's known him since you were 12.
If you know people in Chicago, you probably know Dennis because he knows half the town, of course. But shooters, if you need action figures, comics, wrestling memorabilia, we just showed you Sting. Superpowers Comics will put up their QR code so you can get a good look at everything they have coming. Give it a shot, shooters. Get your superpowers on and get your comics from our friend Jimmy, who listens just like you.
Attention wrestling fans and fans of Shootin' Shit podcasts. You can now be one of the cool kids by going to ProWrestlingTees.com and buy the official Shootin' Shit t-shirt. Buy it now and be there at ringside.
Be sure to check us out on YouTube at www.youtube.com/@SHOOTINGSHT. Find us on Facebook at www.facebook.com/groups/SHOOTINSHT. Check us out on TikTok at SHOOTINSHIT. And you can buy your official Shootin' Shit shirt at www.prowrestlingtees.com/SHOOTINSHT. And thanks for watching.